Hey, how are you doing today? I'm doing pretty swell, thank you so much for asking. My name is Angelyca Violet if you've never been here before, and today I wanted to talk about 5 tattoo artists that I want to get tattooed by. And before I tell you every artist that I want to get tattooed by and show you the coolest artists ever, you better make sure you like this video and subscribe because I'm just giving you away all of my secrets. If you've never been here before, I am quite the fan of American traditional, so I thought it'd be fun just to come on here and show you 5 artists that I would love to get tattooed by. Some of them might become reality, so I'm pretty excited for that. I mean, I don't have any appointments set up, but some of them are pretty close to me, so maybe in the future. The one that I'm hinting about is Michelle Wanolla. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong because I'm dyslexic and I can't say anything, but she is a tattoo artist in Chicago and she is super poppin'. I guess she wouldn't really be called American traditional, but I feel like a lot of people with traditional still get pieces done by her. So of course I'm gonna pop her up on the screen so you can look through. I really love her cartoony style and boldness. It kind of reminds me of traditional just because it is very bold, has very thick lines and a lot of saturated color, which I love. I love it because each one of her pieces really has a character and like almost feels like something that has came out of like a storybook or has been like an image in a child's mind, if that makes sense. This girl that I know that we're from the same hometown, she got a piece done by her and I was just astonished at what she got because it was so beautiful, so bold, and it had a lot of dot work too, and it's just so colorful. I love having color on my skin with tattoos and wearing a lot of like simple and minimalist clothing, so I think it pops a lot. And I feel like a piece by Michelle would just look spectacular somewhere on my body. I want to move next year out of state, so I'm thinking I have to get something by Michelle soon because I might be leaving soon. Her books are currently closed right now, but of course everyone I talk about will be linked in the description because I want you to send all these artists love. This person is an apprentice, but I just wanted to show them. Their username on Instagram is called Very Content, and their name is Roman Schindkin. I found Very Content on Reddit. I'm a part of a houseplant Reddit page, and he posted flash that he made of houseplants. And I was just, again, astonished by his creation because it is so beautiful. It's basically mashing together my 2 passions, which is tattoos and houseplants. So I'd really love to get a piece done by him. I'm not sure where he's located. I'm gonna leave it on the screen because it would be really cool. But I think he's an apprentice, and maybe wherever he is one day I'll visit him and maybe I can get a piece. I don't have any tattoos. I have a houseplant, so I think it'd be really cool to get one, especially like a monstera or like a pothos. Next on the list is probably the most famous one out of all of these. Her name is Alexis Hepburn, and she is located in Australia. I'm not sure if I'll ever visit Australia. I would like to, and if I did, I would definitely be going to visit her because her pieces are just spectacular, and her style is kind of traditionally, but not really, of course. Look at them. But they're just so bold, and I feel like a lot of them almost have like a spiritual concept to them. And I actually bought a print from her because I was so obsessed, and the money all went to like a suicide hotline. And I also love when artists support charities. Alexis, of course, does a lot with bold colors and lines, has a lot of good shading, and she does incorporate a lot of breaks in her art, which I love, so you really get to see people's skin underneath the tattoo. A lot of her tattoos are based around nature and women and earth, which I love because those things are the best thing that is on the universe. Sorry men, I love you, but like women just be like hitting a little different. Next on the list is another baddie, Miss Heather Hill. I just can't explain to you how much I love her. I think she's kind of more of like the most traditionally out of all of these artists. She does a lot of things with women as well, and she also comes out with a lot of merch, so if you are unable to get tattooed by her, you of course can support her in other ways. I know right now she has some t-shirts. She is located in Texas, so I feel like possibly I could get tattooed by her one day. I mean, it's basically just on my bucket list at this point. A lot of her tattoos are based around women. She kind of creates like a lot of characters, a lot of cowboys, a lot of cowgirls, girls as plants, flowers, you know, just everything kind of more nature-y. And number 5 on my list is the iconic Jessie Preston. I believe she is located up in Portland and then also has a shop up in Canada. I'm not sure if she's Canadian or if she's from United States, so if anyone knows that fact, you'll have to leave it down below. She also does a lot of things with women. If you couldn't tell, I'm like a raging bisexual, which is why I adore women. She does a lot of traditional things, as in the sense that she does a lot of bold lines, a lot of bold colors, and deep saturation of colors, which I love. But she also brings in colors that aren't technically traditional. Like, she uses a lot of pastels. I feel like in traditional tattoos, it's kind of like very primary, but Jessie uses a lot of like pastel and kind of girly girl palettes, if you know what I mean? Like, just kind of lighter, softer colors. She also plays on imagery a lot. She kind of contorts things and doesn't make them as traditionally. I don't know how to explain what she creates because it's just like Jessie Preston. She just like does her and she does it spectacularly. She also makes like the coolest flowers. You can tell like they're still flowers because they have petals and they're colorful, but they don't look like traditional flower. Do you get it? Do you get what I'm saying? They kind of almost look like clouds. Like something, again, like something Michelle would do, like something that looks like a child would create, but in the best way possible, if you know what I mean. Like, it just has this source of creativity and imagination that I feel like is stripped from us when we go into adulthood. Like, Jessie Preston's pieces tell a story individually, but like if you have a bunch of pieces, it just fits all together and it's like a scrapbook of beautifulness. I mean, you know what I'm saying because you're looking at her stuff right here, okay? So those are the 5 tattoo artists that I would love to get tattooed by. They are on my tattoo wish list / bucket list. What about you? Is there any tattoo artists that you would like to get tattooed by? I would love for you to leave them down in the comments below because I always love discovering new art, especially when they're like traditional-ish artists. Like, they put their own spin on traditional, but it still matches with other traditional tattoos and doesn't look out of place when you have like a patch sleeve. Whew. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe. Everything you do for me really means a lot. I love making content on YouTube and relating to other tattooed badass bitches out there. Adios!